Did you hit it that time, Roosevelt?
No, I just started like slamming my penis against the keyboard.
Okay, hey, okay.
I just punched my fist through the monitor, and nothing happened. Is that okay?
Number one, Roosevelt, you don't need sex appeal to do this mission. It's only lung capacity. The sex appeal doesn't factor into it at all. And number two, the oysters don't actually raise...
Did you read the card?
Yes. And number two, the oysters
Did you
don't
read the
actually...
card?
Yes, and number two, the oysters don't actually raise your sex appeal.
Did you read the card?
They just make it so that you don't have to meet the requirements to go out with a girl. Your actual sex appeal stat is not affected by oysters.
Thanks,
I believe Oyster would say otherwise. I'll add him into the call right now to confirm it.
CJ is having a heated conversation with Detective John Munch right now.
What the fuck are you doing? I was asleep and someone was giving me a head.
having sex with my girlfriend!
I was playing Mega Man 9.
He was having sex with the bee.
He was having sex with Mega Man 9.
He's just banging his weed.
You know, it's funny. They probably could have...
The person you are trying to reach is unavailable.
Oyster!
Please.
Damn it. Oyster, we need you to weigh in about whether or not oysters raise your sex appeal.
How do you
Stop playing Mega Man and getting hand jobs for people with hooks.
How do you record an answering machine thing for Skype? Because I want to record a really obnoxious one that just, like, goes...
He's got an actual answering machine hooked up to his computer.
Really? That's the kind of thing Oyster would do.
He's got like a whole like telephone booth hooked up to his computer. Telephone booth.
I believe you mean he's got a TARDIS.
Telephone. I am here to fix your phone.
I suddenly turned cartoon French for a second there.
You turned to Inspector Clouseau.
Did you actually say telephone bluth? Because then you can draw on the Arrested Development credits.
My mind was like stringing the words together to save time.
What are you, our budget
My mouth
psychedelic
was
eyeball?
like, wait, you can't do that because that doesn't make sense.
But your brain beat you to it.
Yeah.
This is really bad commentary.
No.
Basically it boils down to I'm half retarded.
My head really hurts.
Stop masturbating.
Because apparently 2 a.m. is the only time we can do commentary. Because our daily lives are so damn busy.
You have to buy Skype voicemail.
I was wrestling around with that mailbox for like 3 hours, so I have an excuse.
That mailbox that was somehow so greasy that it got grease all over you.
You actually had to wrestle the mailbox to the ground so it would...
I started beating it with the hammer, and my neighbor with the tray rings like staring at me.
Hold on,
the
I gotta
entire
grease
time.
up and go wrestle that mailbox.
No wonder the mailman never delivered your mail. You couldn't get a hold of the mailbox.
He keeps fighting.
It was all greased up.
I like to do a Greco-Roman style too, so I'm completely naked when I'm going out to get the mail and wrestle the box to the ground.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Christ,
Pretty sure
my head.
Greco-Roman just means get naked and oily.
Yeah, that was all they did.
Nothing.
That was all the Greeks
There's
ever
nothing
did,
wrong with
and
that.
the Romans. They would just get naked, and then
Why did
they'd
my
get
frame
the-
rate drop to like 2 frames a second?
It's dramatic slow motion, like the beginning of Metal Gear Solid. He's in the
Is
water.
he going to make it? Is he going to survive that 2-foot drop into water?
Did you know that if
No,
you
I
have
cracked
the
my head
frame-
open on the rocks.
Also, why does CJ swim like 50 miles an hour?
Did you know that he swims like Doom Guy runs? Did you know that if you have the frame rate limiter turned off and you have a fast enough computer, then it doesn't factor in like the speed of your lung capacity depleting, so like you could run out of air really quickly underwater. Not fun fact.
Okay, that's That's great. Thank you for
was
shitting
our
up my
one
LP with
extraordinarily
facts and
nerdy.
stuff. You homo.
Watch out for those jellyfish!
Went directly into the jellyfish.
No, it's okay. They're Portuguese men of war.
Nipponichi Studios released a beta version of Disgaea for the Sega Saturn.
It's like that one GIF I found from the movie Shark Attack 2, where the guy is leaping off a boat, and he ends up leaping directly into the mouth of a giant shark.
I'm gonna follow that Nintendo Revolution.
Really,
Or Dolphin, or whatever the hell it was originally called.
what?
See,
Dolphin
I can
was
make nerdy,
the-
stupid references too.
Dolphin
Wait,
was the
whatever.
GameCube.
Dolphin? Yeah, Dolphin was the code name for the GameCube.
There was a
back in,
dolphin.
like, 99.
The 64 was called the Ultra.
The Ultra 64.
And for Ultra, it was called Project Reality. Because they thought that it was going to be, like, basically reality.
Wow.
Well, they were in for a rude awakening.
And everybody walks around with like movie stills posted onto their face.
Then people saw Goldeneye and they were like, man, that is reality.
And
But
they
the
saw
guy that was
CG
saying that was a guy that had, like, very blocky arms and legs, and his face was at a 45-degree angle.
He was actually a robot.
And here you were complaining about like every single
Video games
graphic
can't
from
get any better.
Final Fantasy VII. You were complaining about people looking like Popeye cast rejects.
No,
And Lego
I was saying
creatures.
these people look like they were made out of Legos and clay.
Speaking of clay, just so we can appear to be, somewhat up to date, how about that Clay Aiken turns out he's gay? Who knew?
Everybody,
I know.
Maybe,
Hey, you gotta
maybe
be
the-
stealthy. What are you doing?
I'm
You gotta
using
put a
stealth.
Like,
it's a
I am
silence-
using stealth.
silencer on your chainsaw.
It's a silence chainsaw.
I covered all of the teeth of the chainsaw with foam.
Okay, you know what, Roosevelt?
So it's like a quick smothering to death.
Roosevelt. This is one emissions.
His poor internet connection just keeps crapping out, so he can't hear what the hell he's saying.
This is one of like.
It's like getting a
But this is
transmission
hilarious. It's just I can't tell where.
It's like we're getting a transmission from a
I can't
photo
tell
beam.
where. Yeah, I can't tell if it's just like him stuttering and stopping, or if it's his internet connection. So you're gonna have to repeat yourself, Rob. Tell me.
He has a speech impediment that makes it sound like
Yes, I
a
know.
really bad internet connection.
No, I stutter sometimes. But what I was going
That
to say.
is worsened by your horrible internet connection.
But what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Hey, shut up! He's on 56K.
Fine, whatever. Forget it. I can't say anything.
Shut up, the carrier pigeon delivering his next packet hasn't gotten here yet.
Oh, so 14.4 then.
He's connected at 1200 baud. Okay? The
shoot
time.
that guy.
Still using stealth. Still using stealth.
No one heard that.
Still using
sniper
stealth.
But that guy, his head's gone.
He doesn't have a head now,
Well-
so how can he possibly hear it?
He won't be
Whoa.
hearing much.
What's the point of planting a bug on this boat if you're killing everybody on the boat?
Hmm.
I think I just
I don't
found
know.
the
Why do you hate
critical flaw in
America,
Lucy's plan.
Well, I'm guessing they're presuming that everybody here died of natural causes.
Yeah, but,
blood
like, who
pressure
are they
caused their
gonna
heads to
listen to?
explode.
Once all the people are dead.
I think it's a tracking bug.
Oh, okay. Well, who's gonna drive the boat?
Yeah,
Nobody, because they're all dead, which is why it doesn't move.
Okay.
which is, once again, the critical flaw in Woozy's plan.
6 megabytes per second or something? I don't know.
Jump.
Why isn't
Megabits,
that
apparently.
little boat is going to get hit by the big boat.
Rock Tumbler says, my internet connection is reporting itself as 6.0 Mbps. Someone say this in the video, megabits. And
Megabits.
then presumably he just shoves
Megatons.
Oh,
He
what's
just
up?
shoves like a bunch of
Cutting you.
Holy shit.
raw
The
Cheerios
only
into his mouth.
competent enemy in the game. And he's dead now.
Rock Thunder says,
That's why nothing I'm saying can get through, apparently. I cut you, essay.
just said that.
Shut up.
How long do you
Know your
spend,
place, woman.
How much time do you spend trying to destroy that boat?
With the satchel charges, too much time.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Well, see, the problem is if I get too close to the edge, I'll get shot. And unfortunately,
Really,
I was
the
too
force that
close to the point that
explosion went
the
through the
explosion
ship.
blew me back.
It traveled through the ship and hit you, and you alone.
Well, that's because everybody else is dead with an exploded, head.
It's a ghost ship. Like that movie.
And I'm like the ghost dog. Like that movie with the black guy. It's the samurai.
And I'm the ghost dad. Because I'm Bill
Fuck, I
Cosby.
got my laundry. I hope someone didn't take it out.
And take it.
Well, no, they just take it out and put it
You
on.
and your meat panties are everywhere.
You just take it out and throw it on the ground. Kick dirt
Yeah.
on it.
I could not remember what Joy 1 was. Just in case anybody
No,
was
if they were
curious.
like people at my school, they'd probably just take it out and throw it in the toilet. Or something.
People at your school are jerks.
It's just because they're inconsiderate. They don't think,
Well,
hey, this
Dracula-
person's clothes are in the washer, therefore they want them clean. I'll just take them out and throw them on the dirty floor.
They want to
step
get
on
their
them.
clothes.
Well, no, you
They
gotta
don't
remember
care
the
about
Drac
clothes.
is only 11, so this is what happens in junior high school.
Apparently I live in a Japanese junior high school where everyone lives together. We
It doesn't happen.
we like
Oh, I thought I
gather
blew
our
that up.
robots and we fight
There.
monsters.
You've got one of the 5 specially colored Honda Accords that makes you stick out and everybody identifies you as the most American of all students. And you live life by your own rules. It's great that Rock Tumbler actually is communicating to us, but he says that he can't speak to us even though he's going to drag his mic back and forth across his desk, which apparently is made out of sandpaper.
Wait, can you
I think the
actually
microphone
hear me?
is...
And you try to have sex.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought you still couldn't hear me.
You gotta keep
I feel
talking.
like silly.
You said something about the Flying Dutchman, and then something about Ghost Dad, and then that owned. I don't know what you're talking about. And that game was awesome, and then you try to have sex with all the girls in the school.
So you really like the movie Ghost Dad, apparently?
I didn't.
I'm talking about Barkley. Shut up. Mike cuts out.
I think the next LP that this group does should be Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Oh my god, no, there's a 6-month rule in effect. You know what I'm going to actually think about doing next? The most dickish virgin media game possible. So probably Cool Spot. Or Cool Runnings. Cool Spot. But, that's still another 130 videos away, so we'll see what happens.
Jesus Christ. It's a good thing you swim in like 150 miles
Did
an
we
hour.
just do something? Yeah, we lost
We
Rock.
lost
Tumbler.
Rock Tumbler.
I think Rock Tumbler is probably restarting his life.
Load state.
The
There's
hell?
the Lost Island
Look
right
how
there.
this guy... Well, there's the fog that eats people, or turns them inside out or something.
Maybe it does both. And you just, didn't even try to stop that dog.
Well, I made an attempt, I wasn't very good at it. See, I've passed upwards of 2 missions per video, and you say I'm bad at this. Nobody wants to see... Look, it's my belief that nobody wants to see somebody who's competent at a game. I mean, how's that entertaining? It's not.
How does running on the motorcycle burn fat?
Well, maybe the motorcycle's vibrating.
No, you gotta twist the handles, bar and everything.
It's like hitting a really bumpy road.
No, that burns
And so
protein.
your fat's jiggling.
Oh, the video's over.